Today we're going to be looking at something a little bit different. We're going to be checking out the Olight OLantern Classic. Now this is going to be more of a show and tell and not as much like a review, simply because I don't think you can buy this now. It's a limited run. It was a tiered gift and I wasn't able to find it on the website, so I'm just going to kind of show it to you guys and show and tell. It's got a max 190 lumens. It's got a max runtime of 78 meters. Now, since this isn't on the website, I'm going to go ahead and put the stats for the light so you can read it if you so choose. Now, unlike most of their other lights, this lantern isn't rechargeable. It runs off of AA batteries, so you can probably put rechargeable AA batteries in there if you wanted to, but it doesn't come with your standard lithium-ion 18650 21700 battery like you'd find in most of their other lights. So I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up now. So as you can see, it comes with the manual, and it's got the 3 AA batteries that it powers it. Just going to go ahead and remove the batteries. I like that they pack the batteries separately, because if you're more of a collector and you don't actually use the light, then you don't have to worry about the batteries leaking in the light. Okay, so we got the manual in here. Okay, so we got the lantern down here. We're going to remove the lantern here. Okay, that's all that comes in the box. Okay, so this is as I said before, this was a tiered gift during one of their flash sales. It's got 3 LEDs inside the lantern itself. So the fact that it's got no reflector or directional lens means that it, like a traditional lantern, it's gonna throw the light out 360 degrees. So you're gonna get light everywhere. But this is very unique because it's got a very classic look to it, unlike their OLantern and the OLantern Mini. Those have a very modern look, but this kind of kicks it back to the old days. Even on the box it says, "Bring you back to the good old days." So yeah. So to insert the batteries, you open it from the bottom here, and then you go ahead and just pop the batteries right in here. I think I'm gonna pop in some rechargeable batteries though. I don't think I'm gonna use the ones that it came with. Now they say that this lantern is IPX5 rated, so I don't know if it can be submerged, but I think it means it's at least weatherproof, whatever IPX5 is. So I don't think you can take it in a pool with you or anything like that. Of course, why would you want to take a lantern in a pool with you? But now the operation of this is it's actually pretty simple, and it's very traditional compared to some of their other lights. It's just your standard dimmer switch. So you have off, and then you have a max over here. So you just click it on, and then you can adjust the brightness. So it's very traditional in that sense. So I'm going to go ahead and put batteries in now. Screw this. So even this thing has a little O-ring around the edge to prevent water from getting in. The light is off. Alright. Alright, so very simple operation to turn it on. Just hit the dimmer switch. So this, I can tell right off the bat, it's got a nice yellowish glow. It's almost like looking at a campfire. And as I turn it up, oh, this is interesting. So in addition to the 3 LED elements down here, there's 8 LEDs at the top of the lantern. So as I turn it up brighter, the 3 neutral LEDs, they turn off, and then the ones on the top of the lantern, the 8 LEDs on the top of the lantern, they kind of take over. And so it's kind of a cool transition. So I'm not sure if you can see this. Maybe you'll see it better when we go outside, because it incorporates both an old-fashioned flame kind of light, but then also, if you really need light, it's got the more modern, cool white LEDs that'll give you what you need. But if you just kind of want the old-fashioned candle lantern feel, you can do that by turning it down. Now, what's interesting to note is that this dimmer switch is like an analog switch. There's no step in between different levels of light. So as you can see, it goes up and down depending. It's a very fluid motion. So like unlike the Seeker 3 Pro, the one with the dimmer switch, this one doesn't go in steps. It's a very fluid, smooth motion. It's a very novel light by Olight, to say the least. This is definitely going to be one of those collector's items that are just nice to have around. It's a good conversation piece, just because of the way it looks. It's got that classic car, you know, old-fashioned Indiana Jones kind of feel. But yeah, I'll show you this more when we go outside, and I'll hopefully you'll be able to see the lighting, both of the lighting elements better, as well as the transition. Alright guys, I'm out here with the OLantern Classic. I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing on to the low mode and show you the 3 more warmer yellowish LED filaments. So you can kind of see the 3 LED filaments in there. So this is really, it's obviously not going to be a thrower. This, for some context, this tree is only about 5 yards from me, and I guess it kind of lights it up a little bit, not too much. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up. So there's a little bit of adjustment, but it's a really nice warm color. And then once the white LEDs kick on, as you can see in the top of the lantern, there's 8 LEDs that are white, more white light, that turn on, that are designed for more practical purposes. And if I crank this all the way up, it's actually pretty bright, and you can actually see it on the tree that's about 5 yards out. So yeah, definitely, it's definitely not going to be like a throw monster like some of the other lights, but I mean, it's a classic lantern, so it's kind of a nice little keepsake. And yeah, this is the OLantern Classic. So if you like this kind of content, give me a like, give me a follow, share this video, all that good stuff. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.